Hey, everybody.
And I'm Tiff.
And I'm Samantha.
And these
are a few
of our favorites.
Things.
That was actually a good note. I mean, maybe we just go with.
I really thought it was. I was like,
hey, I might tell her just to edit that and keep that. We might overdub that every time we do this.
Thank you, Auntie. I thought it was so good.
That was like excellent. That was really good right there.
I mean, I told you the Lord is doing the work, okay?
Okay. Guys, we working through the technical difficulties, but we're here. It's another episode of our favorite sings. Thank you for joining us. Tiff is here. We have the gospel insider herself, Church and Fashion. Samantha is with us today as well. Tiff, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Mance, how you doing?
I am great. Great. So glad to be back on the show.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, guys. So we haven't done a movie show in a while, and it's time to do this when we've been doing enough shows. We got to do it. It's Sister Act 2. It's outstanding. It's the sequel, which is very rare to have a sequel be so good, but it is as good, if not better than the first one. And the first one came out in 92. The sequel came out in 93, right afterward. When I didn't know if it was going to be as good, but it really blew me away. So,
and which is really fast. That's a really fast for a sequel.
Never.
Yes.
I mean, unless you, maybe like they did the Endgame with Marvel, like that's as quick as a turnaround as I've ever seen. But
did you know, really quick, did you know that the for the original Sister Act, for the first one, that Bette Midler was supposed to play that part?
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What role?
She was supposed to play the part of Dolores, but it was a different name. Yes, and she backed out, and that's how Whoopi Goldberg took the place, and they changed the character's name to Dolores. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could see Bette Midler doing it. Would be a little different movie, but
yes,
you know, she's a singer and she's got. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now, did anybody see this in the theater? Because I know I saw this on video.
I've seen it in the theater. Yes.
I definitely VHS for me.
Yes, I blockbustered it. This movie is actually directed by Bill Duke, who is an amazing African-American director, but he was also an action star for a while. He was in Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Probably best known in the Black community as he was the detective in Menace to Society with the famous, I'll just clean it up, you know, you done messed up line, which is timeless. Timeless, that's where everybody knows it from that. But he's directed, a really good director, and it's kind of I'm surprised he directed something like this because he seems like such a gritty action guy, but did an amazing job on that. So now, Tiff, we got a special treat for y'all. We got Tiff Tales back.
Got a Tiff Tale. Now, wait, and before I get into the Tiff Tale, though, I want to give a good fun fact, though, about Sister Act 2. Here's another one. Sister Act 2, our former minister of music for the Church of God in Christ and the music department for Crenshaw High School in California in Los Angeles, which is where I'm from, that happens to be, or she was my grandmother's spiritual daughter. She was actually the inspiration for Sister Act 2. That was Iris Stevenson McCullough. She was actually the inspiration for that. But everybody loves Sister Act 2, okay? It's Tiffany Tale time. So I'm in high school. I'm actually in the choir, right? Yes, I was in the choir. And so we were actually performing this for an assembly. We were actually doing this. And not only was I in the choir, but I was in performing arts periods. I was a dancer too. So we did the whole dancing thing. And in the beginning, I decided that I was going to go and do sign language, but I don't know any sign language. So I literally during that whole time, I did all these like fancy hand movements and doing everything. And like, everybody was like, oh my God, Tiffany, I had no idea you knew sign language. I was like, yeah, like, yeah. So to this very day, I mean, well, now they know. They're going to find out that I really didn't know sign language, but at school, I performed that and I signed, what I felt in my spirit, okay, to come out, what I was doing. And
That's a little bit like discrimination, a little bit.
No, Samantha, that is ridiculous. What are you talking about? What in the world would make you want to get up?
And I did it, like right in that part, the beginning part, and I was like really like doing it too. I had a whole, and they were like, oh my God, Tiffany, you know sign language? I'm like,
but see, here's the thing, Tiff. You say doing it?
Yeah,
You're right.
It was nothing.
Like, what was joyful? What was the beginning?
It was like probably like something like, that, like but I did it. And they were impressed. Monty, let me live, will you?
Like,
listen, it was a deaf somebody in that audience, man.
And they probably, but listen, even if they didn't understand it, they felt it. They felt it. They felt it.
Like, we really could just stop and I could do 20.
Right? Oh my God.
But we're gonna, okay. So Samantha, how'd you feel about the movie?
You know what? So my sister had a great idea. We watched it last night. Oh, it has to be, I would say it's probably in my top 5 best movies ever.
Wow.
It's a great movie. And I don't know anyone that I've met or that I personally know that have said they dislike Sister Act 2.
Yeah, no.
Like it's an all around good movie. It didn't need what movies feel like they need today, like, the violence and heavy profanity, just to make it seem like it's, quote unquote, a good movie. It was just good. And Whoopi had some gems. I was like, good. It was different watching it as an adult, but I loved it.
Do you know the dance step? You know the dance step?
Girl, I know the dance step. I was about to go find me some wide-legged pants and some Jodeci boots.
I was ready.
For the dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
I was ready.
So here's the thing. I watched this last night. I said, let me just make sure, because I've seen it so many times, but it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. And I picked up some things. And so if you notice in the opening scene, when she's singing in the lounge, of course, the great Jennifer Lewis is one of her background singers.
Yes.
And I was really surprised though, because Jennifer didn't really have many lines. So I was already up late. And so I went to Sister Act, the original. And Jennifer has a much bigger part in the original. So it's the same backup girls in part 2 that they just brought from part 1. Because I'm like, I'm surprised they didn't give Jennifer many lines, but it's a much more prominent thing. But you are right, man. They really didn't have to use a lot of the things that they use now for these movies. It was a good throwback to just a different, 93. That's so crazy to actually say that's like almost 20 years ago.
I know, but I think it's like a timeless movie though, right? Like you can play that. Yes, yeah. It's timeless.
I didn't feel like watching it last night. I didn't feel like I was watching it just for the show. I was like, I really like this movie. Like I still laughed. Like there was some parts I don't even remember laughing at the first time, but now it was like I was almost falling out the bed when she was rolling in the chair after they stuck her to the chair. And child, that chair went back down the hall. I was done. I was like, this is a great movie. Great movie.
Well, okay. So one thing for sure that I didn't realize is I didn't remember Lauryn Hill having such a prominent role. Like she, everybody remembers the scene. We're going to get to her singing and stuff, but like she, even in the beginning, she was like the leader of the kids and was talking for the kids and telling her what we ain't going. I was like, man, I don't even remember that part. To be, and now she had some acting experience before this because she was in a soap opera, but she really held her own with Whoopi and everybody else in the in the movie. I was very surprised by that too. So, okay, very quickly, a couple little trivia things, and then we're gonna get to some of our categories. So, did you know? Now you got to really have been watching it. I had no idea. The first scene when Whoopi goes into the classroom, there are girls, everybody's talking, and there's a girl talking with Lauren, and they're doing a little rap thing. That girl is actually Whoopi's daughter.
Wow.
In that little scene.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that at all.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's Whoopi's daughter in that. Also, the movie itself was budgeted at, Lord, I just lost it. I think 36 million for the budget. It made 57 million.
Wow.
So it's a very good grossing movie for them as well. And then they also have Ryan Toby is in it as well, who of course, little trivia, went on to be in City High. This group called City. What would you do? I mean, come on. Yeah. And then Ryan Toby is actually an amazing songwriter. He did some stuff on Kiera's new album. He's nominated for, he's written for everybody. And of course, he plays the militant brother that could sing Oh Happy Day. And we'll get to that in a minute. So, okay, guys, let's get to our first category, which I told them we was going to kind of be a little organized today. So, who in the cast is your favorite supporting actor? So anybody but basically Whoopi. I mean, Whoopi and I guess Whoopi's off limits, but after that, who's your favorite supporting cast member? So Math, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
Rita Louise Watson, Lauryn Hill.
See, I almost want to exclude her too, because a supporting, and she's kind of like, okay, aside from Rita,
yeah.
Who else?
Okay, it would have to be, oh gosh. I almost want to group them together, but the three main sisters that was with her. It's the sis with the bangs. That's another question I got later.
Yeah.
With the bangs, the heavy set sis, and then the one that couldn't drive. They didn't like to drive.
Yes.
I kind of group them together. That team, they make the movie. Sister
Mary Patrick.
Yes.
There you go.
Robert and Sister Mary Lazarus. Yes.
Yes.
And Sister Mary Lazarus was the old one with the acting. Wait, there's a part in the movie when Lauren tells them she can't be in it. She's like, sister, I'm sorry. She comes to them, they're like, here's your consent form, make sure your mother signs it. And they're like, she says, I can't be in it. I can't really get into it. Why? I just have to drop it the choir. And the old number's like, and she walks off, the old number's like, well, give us back our consent form. Fam, I hollered.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't go in no sense in wasting no paper.
Yeah, like, okay. So Tiff, do you have a favorite supporter?
I do. Okay, so Kathy Najimy, I think is how you say her name, which that's the one that played, I believe, Sister Mary Patrick. I like her a lot. I liked her in the first one and the second one. I really, really like her a lot. So she would be probably the one that I would pick for my supporting actress.
Okay, all right, good pick as well. I would say my favorite was actually Father Ignatius. Now, Father Ignatius was the little monk guy who was so cute with the mustache, and I love him every time. I think he's just such a little fun character guy to be in. He was actually in some other big movies. He was in The Green Mile, Jurassic Park. He has done a lot of work and a lot of voice work as well. He has like a recurring role in Elmo things. He's not Elmo, but he's like Mr. something. He's a voice guy too as well. I loved him for sure in this. Okay, now let's get to, I'll skip. So do you have an actor or actress? Now we just said Bette Midler. You brought up Bette Midler.
Yes.
Who is not in the movie that you feel could have been in the movie?
Listen, because there's so many people in here, like really, like when you really, there's so many, Yo-Yo is in here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Monica Calhoun is in here. Tanya Blount.
Yes, very good singer.
There's so many. Let's see. So if I could add someone to this cast, what about, I would say Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, well, no, but we gotta be in real time though.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't, now you putting, see how you do?
Yeah,
you add extra rules on there.
Okay, fine. I mean, Tiff, you just gonna throw in the great singer.
Yeah, why not?
In a time
He
warp.
does this to me every time. He wants to put me in a box. Let me live.
Let her live.
Okay, in a time warp, we'll put in Jennifer Hudson. Fine.
Okay, that's who I want in there.
All right, man.
I think that even though I don't want to take her out, Lauren was amazing. I think that also Brandy could have played her part.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Brandy, yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one too. See, I don't know if Brandy, like, Lauren really had some mean looks and some real.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
She would have came over there real Cinderella-like.
See, I think
Yes.
maybe you want Monica.
I was about to say, yes, we need somebody with a little bit more, street in them.
Maybe you want a more street because Brandy's so nice.
Yeah.
Brandy would have had to work on it, but yeah.
Brandy, yeah. So, okay. Now, this one for me is a stretch because I looked at the time frame and he was probably too big at this point. Now, honestly, if this had been 92, this came out in 93. If it had been 92, I think it could have got it.
Okay.
My only thing is I might have wanted a young Will Smith to play the rapper guy. But see, by 93, Fresh Prince started out in 90.
Yeah.
In that second season, but by then he was probably too big and a little probably wrong by then. But I was just like, man, if they would have had Will in this, that could have been kind of dope. But or hey, maybe not for the rapping, but they could have threw in a young Urkel. Jaleel was super talented back in them Family Matters days.
He could have been in there. Right. Absolutely.
Absolutely. One of those two. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Now. Favorite song that is not joyful. We got a whole joyful segment coming up. So we know we're going to pass that up. Now, let me just run back. Just to refresh your memory, I tried to write down it was a lot of singing, more singing than I remember.
It was, yeah.
So there's the opening scene where she does a whole Motown review of all the old songs in the opening scene. There is when the nuns go to perform, kids watching for the first time. They do, is it Ball of Confusion, I believe.
It is.
Ball of Confusion.
Yeah.
Song by the Temptations. People moving out, people moving in. Do that. Then. Run. Yeah. And then, which was a great callback to all the nuns because the nuns sung a lot in the first one. Then they do Get Up Off That Thing and another little review when they're trying to raise money in the other street. And Whoopi's singing. Whoopi actually did a really good job singing it. There's a chorus, Happy Day, when the kids do their first song. And my man Ryan is singing. Ryan Toby singing. There's Eye on a Sparrow with Tanya and yes.
Lauren on the piano. Yeah.
Then there are I want to put this in. When they go to the choir competition, the one little church group sings Lord Send a Revival, and they killed it. Whoever that little
Send a Revival.
Bigger than me. It was like 5 of them. They killed it.
Erica Campbell was in that group?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Erica Campbell was in that group.
Oh, that was actually the Irish choir. That's what they were called. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's right. She was in there, and then I put in on the end credits, they did Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which was a really So we will start again. Math, what is your favorite song that was not joyful in this book?
First of all, let me tell y'all how many times I erased the song, wrote a new song, erased that. I was like, this is the hard. I think I would have to go with Looking Out as a choir because they were already doubting themselves. They're just like, what else do we have to do? It was, I think Whoopi kind of got the confidence, like, okay, this choir thing is gonna work. The audience is feeling it, the school is feeling it, the kids are confident. So that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Wait, say it again. Which one was it?
Oh, Happy Day.
Oh, Happy Day. Okay. Oh, Happy Day. Yeah, that was okay. Tiff, what do you got?
Okay, so I would have to agree with Samantha, okay, but I'm kind of stuck between Oh Happy Day and just like Samantha said, that's when it was like, oh wait a minute, they can really do this. Like
Yeah.
choir is singing, and then that's when Ryan Toby gets his boost of confidence. Like, wait a minute, all of that is coming from out of him. So I love that one. And then I love, of course, when Lauren and Tanya are there on the piano.
Yes.
Eyes on the piano. So those two are kind of like neck and neck for me, and I can't choose. Don't force me.
Of course. So again, I love Happy Day. Killed it. He hit that high note. Come on, church.
Oh gosh.
And then
Hey, boy.
Yes.
The Eye on the Sparrow, of course. But honestly, I know it's silly, but one of the songs I remember most is Get Up Off That Thing. Because it's so ridiculous that nuns are singing to raise money for the church. Yeah. Get up off that thing. I be singing it in my head and I be forgetting where I was like, where's that from? Because I don't hear James Brown. I be hearing Whoopi's voice. I'm like, what? I was like, I don't know why it stayed with me. I'm weird like that, but it did. Okay, so now let's get to the big one. Now we're at Joyful. So what is your favorite part of Joyful? Now you can tell me, I tried to break it up for the people. Of course, you have the opening one with Lauren just singing by herself. You have the rap part where the guys, the rap breakdown. You have the come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus when the girls sing their harmony part. You have the Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? I'm gonna give that its own part.
I want to get up and do these dance steps.
Me too. Tiffany, I'm doing them in my head. As soon as he said it, I was like, what have you done for me lately?
Right. You know, or you have the ending chorus. So just pick whatever y'all want. Want. What you got?
Oh my gosh. Oh, my favorite part will probably be the girls coming out and the come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. I'm doing this whole dance in my head. That's probably my favorite. Oh, I got two. Yes. That little kick out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it.
You get?
Yeah.
Between that, I can't choose between that and the opening because I didn't think that the show was gonna happen when Lauren seen her mama in the audience. I was like, oh God. So that was my favorite part. Those two, I can't decide.
Yes.
Okay. See, now you're doing like two. Okay. See what you did.
I mean,
like this.
It's hard.
Don't make me choose.
Don't do it.
It's hard.
Okay, so for me, it's the same. It's really hard, but I'm gonna say the opening. I'll pick Monty. I'm gonna pick the opening is my favorite. And you're right, because I didn't know if this was really gonna happen. Was she gonna show up? Was she gonna freeze? And her mother, is her name Cheryl Lee Ralph?
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
And everything about that until the end, it gave me like Penny from Good Times vibes. Like she was like, I'm like, what's going on? She thinks happening. Like, I don't know what's going on. So for her to like sing that in front of her mom, she was so scared. But yeah, she was mean, wasn't she? It was really
She was
like
very mean.
Right? I'm like, why is she so mean? Like the girl just want to let her sing.
We should have mentioned that too, because
Yeah.
Shirley Ralph did an excellent job because she showed
She did.
Yes.
He was no joke.
I was scared of her.
Yeah. I was scared.
Singing does not put food on the table.
Yeah,
Singing
right.
does not. I was like, oh.
I mean, it's a school choir. Like, what you got her in the school for?
I mean, what's the big deal?
It's part of
Her
school.
daddy died.
Jeez. Okay. For me, I mean, honestly, I know the rap by heart. Joyful, Lord, we adore thee. And in my life, for thee. Since I was a youngster, I can't, I know all of it.
Yeah.
I love the rap. I love the Join the Mighty Mighty chorus. I love the Janet Jackson part because I love Janet Jackson. But it's the opening. The opening is just
The opening.
I mean, her voice. You hear her sing with Tanya.
Oh, Tiff doing the sign language for you.
Oh, I'm listening.
For my hard hearing, buddy, I'm sorry. It's on me. I should have read it and known Tiff had some kind of crazy thing. It's on me on this time. It's on me.
Woo!
But I probably rewound that part 1,000 times just listening to her.
Wow.
Her voice, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that we all had a crush on Lauryn Hill after that. All the dudes, we was like, yo, you see that girl from who is that? Everybody was just going crazy over Lauryn Hill. So it's the opening, but shout out, Tiff, you already hit on it, but I was gonna hit on this as well. Iris Stevenson I had a chance to meet her, amazing lady, Church of God in Christ, come through for the aims and all that stuff, and for her to be the inspiration. She is such a sweet woman, a sweet lady. So our last category, I wanna know, have you ever, man, I didn't even put that in the song category, but this was a song too. Have you ever said to someone,
Can I sing it?
as long as you don't sign it, you can sing it, but don't sign it.
Okay. Say it, listen, have you ever said to someone, do that.
Okay, have you ever said to someone,
if you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
Did that beat drop on the desk?
You're getting a lot of singing from somebody today, boy. She in a singing movie. I want to know, has anyone actually said that to somebody before?
I have said it and sung it.
Yes, but joking, because I definitely will. If you want to be somebody, okay, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. I've definitely said that.
I've said it multiple times.
Yes.
Sometimes I've been meaning it, and I only say to someone who I think ain't never seen the movie. I'm like, hey, listen, man, listen. If you want to be something, if you want to go somewhere, you gotta wake up and pay attention. They be like,
wow.
I could walk past while you saying that, and I'm gonna be like, so you ain't gonna cite the source? You ain't gonna?
Right.
That is not your words.
We was wearing that out back in the day, we calling our friends. My man's like, bro, man, I don't even feel like getting to school today. Listen, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
I'll be right there. What is this? Mary Clarence?
Okay, so guys, overall, what do you give the movie out of 5 stars? You can put half stars on it. Out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
5.
Oh, 5 for sure.
Yes.
I will give it, I'm a tougher critic, I'm gonna give it 4.5.
Wow.
Stars.
Why?
Well, Tiff, I mean, I have a high school. But excellently done. And real quick, just like we said before, Shirley Ralph is in it. Yeah. James Colburn, Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, of course, is Mother Superior from the first one. So many of the kids were in it. Of course, the great Lauryn Hill.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
Anna Eubank, Tanya Blunt, Valerie Andrews, Monica Calhoun. So many, the kids were amazing as well. Guys, everybody my age has seen it, but as a young person watching, you ain't seen this. This is a great movie to check out. Little scoop for y'all. I heard Whoopi say Sister Act 3 is in the works.
I did hear that.
Mm-hmm. I heard her say that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how old these kids gonna be.
Uh-oh. Samantha's giving it a thumbs down.
You see a thumb down? Why? What'd you give thumbs
off? Thumbs all the way down. Because when it's a classic, as we have learned, shout out to Eddie Murphy. No shade. If you wait too long,
preach.
It's gonna be a mess. I feel like they're gonna throw everybody and their mama in the industry right now in it just to make it cool or whatever. And then it's like everybody's in a different space. They should have did it back to back like the second one and the first one. You can't who gonna get Lauryn Hill right now? She is.
First of all, she gonna be late. she gonna be late if she show up.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
I still got love for Lauren. I ain't gonna just be talking about it.
No, we love her,
I
but we already know,
I
you
love
know.
her, but she's late to everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, everybody in a different headspace. They grown with kids. Like, what's the storyline gonna be?
I know.
That's it. That's
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be, yeah. I hope they don't come into America up and just throw a bunch of people in there. But
oh my God.
that would not be cool. But
I remain hopeful. I'm actually here for it. I'm here for Sister Act.
Sister Act 3?
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm interested. I want to know what's gonna happen, right? Like I want to know what the storyline is. So I'm anticipating it. I hope to see it.
They're definitely gonna have to bring in some new blood, though. You know, I mean, Whoopi ain't.
Yeah.
Ain't 35, 40-year-old Whoopi no more. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll see. I mean, it's been so long. I feel like the whole generation don't even know about Sister Act, which is
In the first place. Yeah, you're right.
So,
Right.
you know, but we'll see. Very quick too. They gave it a 5.7 score, which I don't get that at all. They were very down on it. Like this was a cultural.
Wow.
Like,
Yes.
This was amazing. Yeah. So shout out to all those that were in it. Guys, before we leave, is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
No.
No.
That's it.
Yeah.
Go see it if you haven't.
Please.
Yeah.
And it's a timeless movie. I don't let it, you know, the fact that it was in 93, don't let that intimidate you. Put it in. I guarantee you guys will love it.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll get it. I know a lot of young people were talking about other sequels that they didn't get because they weren't born yet when the first one came out. You know, I just mentioned one, but you know, they were babies or they weren't born yet when the first one came out, so they didn't really get the sequel. So but this one, I think you'll get.
I think so. You don't even have to see the first one to watch this.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's great. One of my favorites.
So too. Guys, great movie. You can sit down. Everybody goes on Disney Plus right now. If you got Disney Plus, check it out. So, okay, Man from Church and Fashion. Y'all know that's where she's at. Church and Fashion, man. I don't know. You got anything else coming up on the horizon, man? Lord knows with you. You probably got a whole.
Man, I have an idea for something. I'll talk to you about it later. So I have an idea for something. I'm just figuring out how to work it out, but stay tuned. Working with artists, of course.
Right. Artists.
So I put Church and Fashion on the back burner a little bit for a while, but now it's coming back to the front.
Cool. Of course, you can find Tiff singing on any Albertsons or Smiths. Will be singing.
Stay tuned
for all.
I'm thinking about launching a karaoke tour. You know, once everything let up.
You should.
Yeah.
And again,
I'm there.
I'm sure I will be getting a letter from American Hearing Aid Sign Language Society.
You said American Hearing Aid.
I don't know, but I'm sure we get a letter again for her performance. So, Lord, that story is so.
Yeah, I did. And they were like, Tiffany, how did you say Lord? I was like this. And they were like, how do you say Lord? I was like this. They was like this. I'm like, no, from here. You gotta, and then go up. Yeah.
And on that note, guys, we're gonna leave. Check us out, of course, our favorite Sings podcast on the Mighty Sharp Network. You know what to do. I want you to be blessed and stay sharp. Thanks, man.
Pleasure.